Welcome to this Universal Life Force Energy, Vital Life Force Energy transmission video. This is the Awakening Energy and I am Skeed. Today we are going to be using this Universal Life Force Energy, this pranic energy, in a slightly more advanced technique. Because it's good to work the basics, but it's also good to practice more advanced techniques, especially for those people. YouTube's full of basic. Intermediate and advanced, there isn't as much, so let's go there today. So connect to the energy. You know how by now, if you're watching through my videos. And today we're going to connect, we're going to open our 6th chakra and our 7th chakra with this energy. And I know I've said the 6th and 7th, and you're going to say, oh, well, there's that chakra here, and then there's the crown chakra. Yes. But what we're actually going to do, we're going to activate. For the 6th chakra, we're going to activate the pineal gland. And the 7th chakra, the gland that's involved, although it's the crown of our head, is the pituitary gland. And so many people mistake activating the pituitary gland for activating the 3rd eye and the pineal gland. When you stimulate and you feel a tingling on the front of your head here, you're not stimulating the pineal gland, you're stimulating the pituitary gland. Pituitary glands can help activate lots of vision in your frontal cortex. Activating the pineal gland will light up your head like a light bulb. So how are we going to do this? Well, I hope you're well connected, ready, relaxed. We're simply going to focus our attention and intention, and you're going to draw my energy, combine it with your energy, and we're going to put it very condensedly in that point in our heads. So how do we find the pineal gland? It's at the center of our head. If we literally draw a cross between our ears, the front and the back, the up and the down, that's where we'll find it. The pituitary gland, to find it, the best way to think about it is if you put your tongue behind your teeth on the roof of your mouth, it goes up, you follow your nasal cavity, up the back, and just sort of behind your sinuses, where your eyebrows are, there's like a little indent, and if you focus where your sinuses go, there's like a little indent in there, in front of the pineal gland. Well, that's where your pituitary is. So, let's start. If you want to, just to stimulate this bit, put your tongue on your roof of your mouth. Take a couple of breaths in and out through your nose. And that little bit that's just been stimulating your brain, that's where your pineal is. It's very close to that area. So focus all your intention now, all your attention now. Intention and attention. With this energy, draw it in and send it to that point. Yeah. If you get it, your eyes are open and watching me. When you hit it, it can have a reaction. Obviously, I'm activating the point as well, so through empathic connection, it can help you activate it. Okay, let that one go. We're now going to place our intention and attention and focus all the energy. Right, as I said, in the center of the ears, right in the center where the pineal is, just in front of where the spine connects to the head. Got the point? If you're finding it hard, imagine from the back of your head to the front of your head, a channel going through, and then a crossing between your ears. And focus the attention there. And if you're watching, My pineal, I went very movie, quite wild movements. My pineal, everything stopped. Everything's slow and calm and in peace. Your reaction might not be the same as mine. It's okay. It's well okay. Okay, release. We're going to come back to the pituitary gland. We're going to practice this several times because then after the video, you can keep using this video to keep practicing. If you want to loop it to practice again, right click that play button on the mobile, the settings icon. Click loop. But then you can practice this in your own time, with your energy, your attention and intention. Okay, you might not have my energy to help you there, but practice is still practice. So, 3 breaths through the nose, in and out. And that is that point. Attention, intention, draw my energy into that point, your energy into that point. It's the hardest part of the process. Of course. Okay, release. Can't talk whilst I'm doing that one. And of course, practicing with these 2 glands is so very important. If you want to open your, what is called your Christ consciousness, or the Christ colostrum, or the milk and honey, or it's got many names, but if you want to do that exercise, despite what social media tells you, and you got to do it 3 days before the moon, and the 3 days, again, when I mentioned about programming on people's filters, the 3-day thing comes from the solstice, the 3 days of the sun dying below the thing, which obviously relates to the 3 days after dying and resurrection of lots of different gods and lots of different cultures. We don't actually need to do those if we've stimulated the pituitary and the pineal gland enough. We can do it whenever we want. How do I know that? Because I can do it whenever I want. And yeah, you will feel as it drips back into your spinal column. But we need to practice this first. That's why this is an intermediate practice. Okay, so let's go again with the pineal gland. Ready? Attention, intention. Draw my energy into the center of your head. The light bulb goes on. Awesome. You get the feeling of a halo around your head. Awesome. You start seeing symbols. Awesome. You might say, yeah, but you said it was the pituitary that stimulates visions. Yes. But by stimulating the pineal, you can get, tends to be more symbolic. You might see a couple of symbols flashing before you. For me at least, the pituitary goes to more seeing all those fractal art, hallucinogenic style imagery. That's the pituitary, at least in my experience, and other people I've spoken to. And the pineal leads to other symbology, seeing symbols, which of course then has to be interpreted. Okay. Now let's go straight from the pineal. Good practice, shifting your attention around your body, different points. It's a great meditation, but we're obviously practicing 2 points here. Go straight from the pineal. Push the energy forward, push your attention and intention forward into your pituitary. Wow. And you can see by me, once I do it, there's immediate change in what my body's doing. Spontaneous creates coughing, yawning. Oh. And bring it back to the pineal, draw it back. And everything's calm and peaceful. Now don't worry, I've practiced placing my attention and my awareness for years around different parts of my body. So if you weren't able to do this, that's absolutely okay. I recommend you go and you start and you just do simple concentration exercises. So you concentrate your attention and intention on the little toe of your left foot, and then the little toe of your right foot, and then your spleen, and your hips, then your right ear, and your left eyelid. And you just practice days, weeks, months, practicing attention and intention on different areas of your body, when you can increase the temperature and decrease the temperature of those areas of the body. Then all these things get easier. However, with the empathic connection you had with me during this, if you were fully connected, it might take a couple of sessions of practice, but that's fine. But you will be able to, or most people will be able to, jump all those days, weeks and months of practice that I had to do focusing on different areas of the body, just through the empathic connection as I was doing it, sending you the energy, you receiving it, so it can happen in you too. It makes it so much easier. Enjoyed the video, leave please comments of your experiences, not only to help spread the word, the YouTube algorithm, but I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing about your experiences. It's really nice to know when someone writes you a message saying, oh, this was awesome, or this happened to me, or oh, but what about this? You know, this happened to me, is this okay? You know, it's so nice for us to form a little community together. And if you write a question or you write this experience, someone else might have had the same one. So, you know, please engage. Let's form this little community together. Okay. Namaste.